Hello everybody, this is Trip on Two Wheels. I have got a treat for you today. If 3955 Pacific Highway means anything to you, or this gentleman, Jeff, aka Robot, means anything to you, then you know darn good and well that we're standing here at Vespa Motorsport, also known as Scooter West. This is the mecca of Vespa and scooters in the Western Hemisphere. There's no place that rivals it. I was in the neighborhood, wanted to stop by and see Robot, stop by, see some Vespas, make my mouth water, even though I can't fit another one in the garage. But Robot has been kind enough to offer to give us a tour of the place. And with that, I'll give it up to Robot and let him get started.
All right.
Hey, Jeff, how you doing, buddy?
Nice to meet you.
All right.
So here's our shop. We've been at this location since 2010. This is the first location that we bought the building, which is a good thing because before we were in 3 different locations. Of course, every time growing in size. Before,
always in San Diego?
Always in San Diego. Yeah, we started in San Diego over 25 years ago. I wasn't around, I was a little kid that time. but I got into it in the mid-late 90s, and then always been in touch with Alex, the owner, and then I've been good friends with Steve, who was the prior general manager of the operations here at Vespa Motorsport and Scooter West, which is our mail order department. Right here's the showroom, but we also, the bigger part of our business is like mail order parts and accessories for
cool.
Classic and new Vespas.
I'm going to start out, just kind of say what we got setting out front here. What are we doing? Are these all new bikes, or are these used? Or
you know, I don't know if you're watching, if you're familiar with Vespas. They come in many different flavors, but the Vespas typically, they're the top of the range for the scooters. You know, this is a 150cc scooter.
This is a Sprint, correct?
This is actually a Premier Sport.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's right, round headlight, my bad. I know that.
Another trim level, that's the Sprint. That's just a trim package. You know, costs about what a smaller, cheap motorcycle costs, but it's very high level finishes. It's got like a liquid crystal screen on it, ABS brakes, all sorts of good stuff. We move on to something like a freeway cruiser, which is called the BB350.
I've got one of these, I love it. And great bike.
I ride it. The same with many other people that work here. We might love Vespas to say how great Vespas are, but if you need a good tool for the job, this is it right here.
You tend to get a little bit more value for the dollar. Well, I can't say that, but you really get the name, you get the heritage with the Vespa. I think with the Piaggio, you might get a little bit more value for the dollar.
You definitely get more value. It's got a plastic body. If you're not familiar with Vespas, they've always been a metal body, which is very unique for a new scooter. Not so unique for classic scooters, but that's kind of the heritage of the Vespa.
All right, so what do we've got here? We've got a couple more Premies here.
This one's the top of the range for the Vespa in terms of displacement.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's a Vespa GTS 300 Super, capable of like about 80 miles an hour, so not quite as fast as that BB350, but certainly capable of doing some long distance touring on. So
yeah, I was looking at the Primavera next door and thought this one was one too. I love that wine red. That's a great color.
Yeah, they're pretty exciting colors. They change them up every year. So it's a lot of work for us keeping all the colors, but that's the way it goes. The new vehicles, and there's some cheaper stuff down there. And let's hop right in. It's probably
all right, sounds good. Let's do it.
This is Alex, the owner of Vespa Motorsport.
How you doing, Alex?
Hey, how you doing?
Trip on Two Wheels. Nice to meet you.
Great, yeah. How you guys doing? Getting a tour?
Giving the nickel or the dollar tour, I guess.
$5.
Here. There you go, the $5 tour. I'll be sure and pay on the way out.
It might be $5.99.
Hey, I'm game.
All right, so this is our showroom right here.
There's a ton of bikes in here, folks. Hey, I've got a couple of Moto Guzzi's there. I see a V7 and a V9. Very nice, a Harley.
The genuine products, which they're out of Taiwan. Quite a high quality scooter for a price that's much less than the Vespas. Then on to more of the Vespas. This electric Vespa just came out.
Oh, excellent. That's the brand new one.
Yeah, check out the screen. It's even got like the...
oh, sweet. What's been the reaction to the Electrica now?
I admit it's pretty cool, but it's pretty slow too.
Pretty slow as in interest, or slow as in Speed.
Speed.
I've heard it goes, what, about 30, 31
About
miles an
30
hour?
miles an hour, and it's quite a premium product.
You won't be on the Pacific Highway with that baby, huh?
But great in the inner city. Cornucopia of colors for the Vespas. Not all of them are out here. We have quite a few. Some of them are accessorized. You can see different headlights and trims on them. But essentially, these are all 150cc.
What percentage of the bikes that roll out of here are stock, or maybe have some stock accessories versus something you've done special for it, like powder coating, pinstriping, special exhaust?
We get a lot of customers that come from far away that ask us to build customs for them. I would say it's about 50-50.
50-50, very cool.
But, for instance, that Primavera down there sold, and it's got a windshield rack and a top case, and that's several $100 of accessories, and those are genuine Vespa accessories that have been on it.
Now I see this is a Liberty, is that it?
They call this the Liberty. It's like the baby BB350, same 150 motor as the Vespa, but in a more affordable package, about $2,000 less, pretty much.
Oh wow!
Compared to the Vespa. Made in Vietnam, still a quality product. Same engineering that goes in Vespa. They've been great scooters. If you're looking for a commuter in the 150cc range, I don't think you could pick any better than the Liberty.
I think everything on this row is a 150, be it a Liberty or a Primavera or a Sprint, right?
Yeah, this whole row is the 150s. Just left to you is all the big boys, the 300s, the 350s, and...
All right, let me ask you a question real quick. I see a bike back here. Is this an electric bike?
Yeah, we're the authorized dealer for JinZ products, and they make an electric scooter and a range of electric bicycles with the hub drive. So the rear hub has an electric motor that assists the pedaling, and you can program different levels of assist. They're kind of in the mid or the lower end of the scale for the price range for electric bicycles, but gets a lot of people into bicycles that may have never considered a bicycle. I mean, there's a lot of hills here in San Diego, so.
All right, and what do we have? See all the big boys back here. What do we have in the back row? It looks like BBs and
BBs,
300s.
Another Liberty, and then the rest are the 300 range Vespas, pretty much.
All right, now are those the three colors for 2019?
These are all the latest colors. I think the red one may be a 2018.
Gotcha.
And there's also a flat black one that we don't have out on the lineup here.
What's your favorite color this year of the GTSs?
GTS, I would say, well, there's a new gray that's for the Super Tech edition. That's kind of my favorite. The yellow is pretty exciting. It might be too much yellow once I see it, but I'm pretty excited to check out the yellow one.
What are you leaning on there?
This is the genuine 400cc motorcycle.
Those are brand new, that just last couple of months, if I'm not mistaken.
Last couple of months. I did a video review on our own channel.
We'll have to check that out, everybody. Go check out Scooter West or.
Costs less than a 150cc Vespa, but you get 400 cc's, 5-speed.
What channel could people check that out on that
It's
video?
Vespa Motorsport.
Excellent.
Our channel, so.
All right, with your host robot, I'm assuming.
Mostly.
Excellent. Can you tell us a little bit about the bikes? I see some really cool bikes up there in the rafters. I want to start down here with this 88 T5.
Okay, cool.
I don't know if you know in the Vespa community a gentleman by the name of Bitsa in the UK. He just passed away, and he had a couple of T5s. So I kind of want to dedicate this this video in his memory. He was a good friend to the Vespa and the scooter community. He just passed away a month or so ago of cancer, and we're sorry to see him go. So Bitsa, this video is for you, buddy.
Yeah, there you go. T5. That was a popular model in all of Great Britain. A very, very popular model. The highest performance gear shifting Vespa with a 125 motor. This whole collection up here all belongs to Alex, the owner of Vespa.
Okay, he's a gentleman we met earlier, correct? All right.
Got some rare birds right there. The 65, 66 SS, the Super Sprints. So right up there is the pair of the Vespa SS50 and the SS90. They're very rare scooters. They got a trimmed down leg shield from the factory, and they also have a motorcycle style tank between the leg shields.
And were they ever used for racing? Or
They were for a racing class back in the 60s, and they were sold as production scooters, but not a very popular seller, and nowadays are very rare and highly sought after.
Gotcha. What's the next thing we see up there?
A Vespa a.k.a. 1956.
I've always called them apes. So if there's anything I learned today, that is certainly it. A.k.a. Okay, great.
And it's just like any of the Latin languages, you sound out all the the valves.
Does that mean anything in Italian or?
I don't know. I know Vespa is a wasp in Italian.
Right.
Ape. You kind of got me off guard on that one. I don't know.
All right. Okay, so what do we have up here in the corner here?
This is a 1958 VS4 GS 150, and it's the highest performance Vespa of the mid through late 50s.
Very cool.
A Taiwanese copy of a Vespa called the PGO, who now makes genuine scooters. Two small frames right here. One that was sold through a Sears store.
Great, yeah, the two smallies.
They've been restored. The Super Sport 180, the top of the line model in the mid 60s. The GS 160 VSB, which is the top of the line model for the early 60s. 1955 BL1.
That's a beautiful. I love the lines on the cowls in the back. That's a very pretty bike right there.
And so that's just like a middle of the road bike, you know, below the GS 150, and a very early Allstate. So this is one of the very early Vespas sold through the Sears stores, unrestored.
Now I know that you have a classic Vespa. Don't you have a rally of some sort?
Yeah, my favorite classic Vespa is my rally because it's very usable. It's a 200cc bike. I've done long distance trips on it.
I've watched you do a couple of videos. Didn't you have one that got wrecked and you got another one, or were you restored it, something like that?
All original, pretty nice condition. Equally as nice.
Any interesting story on the first one? How it got? Didn't you loan it out or something?
I loaned it out.
Oh gosh.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
See, I think I watched that video a couple years ago. You stick with people.
Yeah,
you stick with people, Robot.
Yeah, just don't. There you go. I'm a nice guy. I loan out my stuff, and there's been a number of times that my stuff has been wrecked or.
Hey, I was wondering if I could borrow a.
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
But I don't know. That's the way it goes. Up here is a lot of little trinkets. I don't know, as I like to call them, just part sales. Got a small amount of apparel, helmets on the other end.
Pins, keychains, stickers.
Yeah, lots
Ring
of
the bell.
stuff. You know, Vespa related. Not too many keychains here, but there's more. You know, goggles, locks, all sorts of other memorabilia, some higher end
wallets,
accessories.
Sort of your Italian fashion shop up front here,
yeah,
huh?
pretty much. Yep.
I may have to get one of those little Vespa models before I leave here today.
Yeah,
oh, this is cool.
All sorts of fun stuff.
Is this made by Vespa, or is this
This is sold through a distributor, SIP. SIP scooter shop.
Sure, you bet.
Make it. It's a very classic look. Comes with a little bag in it, and it will bolt to the rack of a scooter.
So this top case, this will fit either the any of the Vespas with the right rack, I guess.
Anything with a rear rack, you know, whether it's a Vespa or other brand.
And what are those two things up there? At a distance, they look like toilet seats, but what are those two round Vespa?
Roundel bags, you know, with the the mod, the Royal Air Force mod target, and just the Italian colors there. So some covers, mud flaps, other exciting goodies up there. So.
All right, well, here's what you see in the front, and this is the pretty picture that everybody sees. There's also a big world behind the scenes. There's parts, there's service, there's storage, there's inventory, etc. Can you take us through the back of the house for a while and give us
Let me take you for a tour here.
Give us an in-depth look at how this monster works.
So over here, you got Wayne down at the end.
Hey Wayne.
How's
it going?
Sam in the center, and Alex in the assistant.
Invisible Kevin and Invisible Alex. I'm gonna take it they're out back working hard doing something somewhere, picking parts or mailing stuff.
Just pick a random shelf. What do you want? You want tools? There's spark plug wrenches.
How many different items? This is a pretty big parts warehouse. What
in our inventory we have over 300,000 different SKUs.
Holy smokes! Now
I would say it's like in stock. It's like I think it's 7,000 items on the shelf. You know, some of these bins have multiple items. Some of them are just a big thing. This is a particular lever assembly for whatever, you know, Vespa GTS for the left-hand side.
So could you walk through here and practically build a new scooter with all the parts that you carry for the most part?
Almost, especially maybe the P200. That's a pretty common one. But you know, the frames, I don't have those in stock. But you know, parts they go up higher. You know, stuff that we don't sell as much. up at the higher thing, and you pick anything as some sort of mirror. That's an OEM.
Very
one.
cool. How many rows, how many aisles do we have in this place?
There's 12 total on this side of the warehouse, and each one's the same way, just different.
Now, is this these are also the parts that you ship out with for Scooter West in the mail order?
Yeah, it's mostly here for Scooter West, but it's great for the service department.
I can
Need to
imagine.
change the fork seals on a BV500. We got them.
Oh, sweet.
So
that's a bike they don't make anymore.
yeah,
by the
so
way.
there's a lot of parts that many other dealerships may not have, you know, parts on hand, but you know, we typically stock many parts. I mean, we do special orders for people on, you know, a particular painted part or something. It's a little tight on this side. We're always overstock, but you can see
if I'm a customer calling in for a part, you being overstocked is a good thing.
Yeah, we work really hard to keep.
Wow, it's impressive back here, folks.
And the lights, a lot of times they're electronic. They'll turn on and off on their own. But yeah, and there's even some other brands of stuff. This is genuine scooters, so like the Buddy scooter, some parts for them. So
what percentage of your parts back here are for modern, and what percent are for vintage, would you say?
I would say about, right now we're probably more like 60% modern, or maybe even more than 60%, and maybe 40% vintage. You know, this kind of stuff is certainly vintage, being cables.
These are all vintage cables.
Yeah, and a lot of them are made to order, so there's the tools.
Now, is this the shipping area here?
Yeah, this is the start of the shipping area. You can see some scales, various packing supplies.
Now, it doesn't look too busy. I'm going to assume that everything has already gone out for the
yeah,
day.
it's pretty late.
It's about a little after 5 o'clock here in San Diego. I may have to take one of these.
You only get those if you buy $100 worth of parts.
Sold. I'll buy 200. I'll buy 200. Okay, I'll come back and get one of
No, you
those.
can grab them. They're not inventory anyways. It's on the
Very cool. So what is this back here as we
This is
go into the
Fabio.
belly of the beast?
He handles all the shipping.
Well,
and,
swear
And you are?
orders.
What's your name?
Fabio.
Fabio.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
I do all the website orders.
Right now he's working on-
Yeah, I'm uploading tracking numbers to people.
So really, this is the intergalactic nerve center
Exactly.
of Scooter West and Vespa Motorsport.
Sort of, kind of, yeah. So.
Robot's just the front man, but you're the brains of brains
Well,
of
I'm
the
the loud guy in the
operation.
back. So
So
that's
we
me.
gotta keep him in the back here.
That's
how it
why I'm secluded.
Oh,
Very cool. I see some big items back here.
yeah.
What are these? Windscreens, I
Windscreens,
guess.
just special partitions that we built, and then you got tires. There's nothing, no tires here over 16-inch. So obviously.
So now
Scooter
the
tires,
front
so-
wheel of the BV350 is a 17 or a 16?
16.
16. 16 front, 14 back?
Yeah.
All right,
And
okay.
You can see a bunch of 14s up there that would fit the BV. But the vast majority of the tires we have are 12-inch and a 10-inch, which are the most
Gotcha.
common Vespa sizes. So.
Exactly, very cool.
Accessories, you know.
I see
You want a
racks.
side stand. You
My
want
mouth is watering.
rack, so
My mouth is watering.
top cases, every color. They're all typically in stock.
Are all those OEM, or do you have a lot of GB products here as well?
OEM, we also carry Shad and Givi, which are.
So it's pronounced Givi. That's the second pronunciation that I've learned today. So
And windscreens, more accessories than overstock. UPS guy.
got to meet the UPS guy here. What's your name, sir?
Kong, like
This-
King Kong. Oh, my hands.
Kong. Here, give me an elbow. This
All right.
this has to be your favorite stop of the day,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Are these guys cool, or
Oh, yeah. They're good.
you don't have to lie just because you're on camera. Tell me how it really is.
Oh, they're awesome.
We work on UPS
dolly.
hand dolly.
Well, as long as it has a 12-inch wheel, you ought to be in good shape, right?
Yep. Get some parts powder coated. They'll get put in stock.
These will be all custom. We have some bar ends. We have some control levers there.
some shields, and right here is receiving. You can see there's high-speed label makers, Zebra, you know, that print different size labels. We have it all tied into our computer system. So
Very cool. So when a
Everything's
vendor
automated.
will send you in something, you receive it here, put it into inventory. Now, every retailer hates doing this. Like once a year, everyone has to come in on a Sunday in the middle of the night and do inventory. Do you guys have to do that, or you just
we
go,
we
eh?
do spot inventory now, but we have had a couple times where it takes several days for a whole group of people to do inventory.
Yikes! I think that would be my nightmare.
Yeah, it's like there's a lot of stuff, and you know, here's a perfect example. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different SKUs in that one box.
Wow.
You know, and those are the inventory control
Not-
tags with
not
QR
my-
codes on them. So.
Hey people, pet carriers.
Yeah.
Ding 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 ding.
That carries the light. And there's a lot of bodywork parts that are like typically unpainted. A lot of SIP products that we sell. We're one of the biggest dealers for all the products. So that's a tubeless wheel for a vintage Vespa.
Now, are you guys the biggest dealership in the U.S.? Are you the biggest second, or you know, Western Hemisphere, or something like that?
For spare parts, we're right up there with Scooter Works. Scooter Works tends to specialize more in Chinese scooters.
And where is Scooter Works located?
In Chicago, in a vintage Vespa. And then we specialize in the modern Vespa. I would say we're #1 for the modern Vespas.
How about for new scooter sales? What's your claim to fame?
Top 10, but we're not.
Top 10 in the U.S.
Yeah, there's bigger markets like San Francisco, LA,
Gotcha.
East Coast. There's just some cities. San Diego's still, you know, whatever they say with San Diego. It's like the smallest big city or something, or the biggest small city. You know.
I think San Diego and Austin have a lot in common in that aspect.
You know, of course, I wish we'd sell more scooters, but you know,
more scooter means more service and more parts, right?
Just look at the sign. It says, you know, 2.8 million people in San Diego. When you enter San Diego County, you're like, well, how come I can't get 1% of these people on Vespas?
Well, I'd like to see you get 10%.
Yeah. So,
okay.
now we're in the service department.
This is where it all happens, huh?
Yep, everything from basic services to crash repairs, restorations. There's a restoration of an old fork going right now.
And you are?
Jeff's brother, Scott.
Hey, Scott.
How you doing?
We got 3 full-time mechanics and a couple other guys that help work here and there, whether they paint or do other specialty work. 4 lifts. I got my office with a mess with a lot of stuff going on the computer and samples of parts.
I think a mess means you're a creative, productive person. If everything was spotless and clean back here, I'd wonder what the heck was going on.
You've got the technicians' toolboxes, you know, full of all the tools.
Now, do you have one guy that works here that like never puts something back or misplaces it, and you guys just like, ah?
There's a couple of those.
Okay, well, we won't mention any names.
It varied in level, so.
Yeah, it's like, where is my 7mm?
Like, this is all different various parts for, you know, to have on hand for service.
Are these are high consumable parts like gaskets and?
Yeah, like you need a belt or some certain particular rollers. You know, there's
Very cool.
different connectors, you know, just depending on what kind of project you want to do. These are listed trays, so it's very convenient, organized, a lot better than just having the junk bin full of.
Looks like we've got about 100 miles of wire up there. What all is that for?
Do some custom wiring, build a wiring harness for a vintage Vespa.
Cool.
Somebody wants lights on their bike or something. Back there is tire machines, parts cleaners, other tools, kind of typically. They're a little bit dirtier, I would say. So.
All right, so the dirty jobs go on back there.
Service advisor Jose sits behind the desk here, checks in customers, got some more swag to sell people.
I see LED, I like that. I need to see about getting an LED upgrade to both my GTS and my BV350 one of these days.
Oh yeah, for the headlight and stuff?
Definitely.
Quite a few options for that. Various scooters that belong to customers.
Now this is all repair work, that's service work that's going on.
Done, and then
very nice.
Progress.
Is there a oh, there we go, magic light.
Yeah.
Looks like someone just had a frame repainted. What's going on here?
This has been powder coat. Typically we would paint a frame, but customer wanted to do a little bit lower budget restoration, and so we can powder coat it. And went for a yellow restoration.
So these are all the jobs that are waiting to be fixed here?
Different ones waiting for motors and just bigger projects going on. This is a restoration that Kevin's working on. It's a PX 150 that he's almost finished.
Now this is a Messerschmitt?
That's a Messerschmitt, yeah.
Very cool. You know, can you tell us a little bit about this?
This belongs to Alex, the owner.
That is
It was
one
in the San
cool
Diego
contraption.
Automotive Museum for a while, but he brought it back to do a little further restoration on it.
Very cool.
The KR 200.
So it's got a 200cc motor in it, I guess.
I think it's only 200, if I recall. They were made just after war. Messerschmitt was the German warplane manufacturer.
And what do we have here, robot?
It's a Vespa P200E with lots of mod accessories, reminiscent of the Vespa GS replica on Quadrophenia.
I'm going to ask a question here. Do you think he jumped off the cliff, or do you think he didn't?
I know the scooter went off the cliff.
Okay, for those of you Vespa aficionados who've seen Quadrophenia, you know what we're talking about. If you don't, you need to go watch the movie. That's all I'll say.
The quintessential mob culture movie.
All right, what
More
is
scooters back here?
what is this guy right here? Oh, this is that JinZ. This is the electric bike.
Yeah, electric.
This is their scooter.
Yeah.
Do you sell many of these?
I think we sold a dozen of them over the years, like 2 years or something.
What goes on here at this station?
It's just a little metal fabrication and welding. You know, like a welder.
Did you do much of that here?
Yeah, when I was in junior college, I took some welding classes. So,
This looks like paint.
yeah, paint room in here. But I was doing some video shots of some new bikes, taking them apart. And you see body works happening on some vintage Vespas right now.
Yes, those are primed. Is that a P200?
Yep, and that's a P200 right there. So.
Did you do a lot of painting here, or?
Quite a bit. We do crash repairs mostly on
Gotcha.
modern Vespa. So people, unfortunately, you know, part of riding two-wheelers, sometimes you send them down the road or they get tipped over and people want them looking sharp again, or the insurance company's got to pay up. So they'll pay to fix them up, and we're here to help them.
So I have to ask you, where does the nickname Robot come from?
Originally, I worked for Alex's, as a part-time job doing wrenching for him. You know, when they moved to the location prior to this place on 30th Street in El Cajon, or not El Cajon, off El Cajon Boulevard in 30th Street in North Park. And I would just help out at night, had a full-time job, and I would just stick to my work. I said, I might have 8 hours of work to do, but I want to try to get it done in 4. And I would just be very fast and methodical and not talk to anybody. And they just...
And Jeff became Robot.
Yeah, Jeff became Robot, and that was, that's where that came from. So.
Excellent. You've become quite well known by that name, I'll say.
Yeah, our own YouTube channel, and just been being around Vespas for a while. So.
Well, cool. Well, I know you've got some customer lounge areas, some other stuff in the back, a break room and stuff. Can we take a peek at those places?
Do that. Looks like, yeah, getting the end of the day. Packages are all out. We're wheeling the bikes in that are parked outside. Down the hall, there's quite a bit of artwork. There's some offices that.
Oh, this is cool. What do we have here? Some Mera Vespa? 2003,
Yeah,
2004. Do you get to go to Mera Vespa?
Yeah, I'll be going to the one in Lake Geneva in next month, actually. Yeah, it's coming
Very
right
cool.
up.
What do we have back here? I see.
Yeah, more artwork. There's these doors here lead to more warehouse area, just stocking more apparel and jackets, helmets, that kind of fun stuff. You know, helmets, all that kind of stuff is difficult to stock because you have one color and then you got 6 sizes for it. So, you know, for each color, and then it multiplies pretty big. So.
And what are in little cubby holes like this? What do we have back
Yeah,
here?
this would be like one of the helmet storages. Right now, it's not very well stocked. We got a shipment of helmets that need to go, or need to be stocked soon, so we'll get that well stocked. But you know, always keeping at least one of every size for each of the colors. That's more.
This artwork is great, by the way.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Owner's got quite a collection. This is again more stock, more of the soft goods, trinkets, and apparel. There's a robot shirt right there.
Let me see. Hold that up. Very cool.
It's been a pretty popular shirt.
Very cool. The robot t-shirt. How can people get one of those if they're interested?
Right on the website, scooterwest.com.
You mean you're not hawking those out of the back of a out of a Volkswagen bus somewhere?
We got the customer lounge. We got an espresso maker.
Any story to the Motorsport Scooter West surfboard or the hockey stick up there? Or?
Had a customer make the surfboard for us. I think that's our prior location because it's before we were called Vespa Motorsport.
Very cool.
A bunch of us go to the Goals game. The stadium's very close to the shop.
Is that the hockey team? Is that a minor league hockey team here?
Yeah, minor league hockey team, which is actually playing Chicago as of they're in the quarterfinals right now for them.
And we have wheels here. Do you put many 13-inch wheels on the GTS? Is that a curiosity?
Yeah, we've had a number of customers request them, and then there's some 12-inch options.
There's the robot T-shirt.
Yeah.
Love it. Yes, Jeff, you're famous. And what would a day be without your own videos playing in your?
Pretty much, yeah. We just run those.
There's Steve. I recognize him.
Up to just the break room over on this side.
Oh, that's the heart and soul of a place. We got to check that out.
And got some risque posters up there, of course.
This is motivation to either get to work or not to work. One of the two.
The fridge, kind of just a little area to have your lunch.
Is this where you have the company parties?
Not quite enough room. We'll take over the showroom or the service department.
Well, hey, Robot, I really want to thank you. I see you guys are bringing in bikes, which anybody that's associated with motorcycles or scooters knows that when the people start bringing in the bikes from the curb, it's time to get ready to get cleaned up and go home. I really appreciate your time. It was a great tour. I've been looking forward to coming to Vespa Motorsports. Is it Motorsports or Motorsport?
This is Motorsport, yeah.
Motorsport, yeah. Save that extra letter, conserve there. So yeah, I've really been looking forward to coming here and checking things out, and it was well worth the trip. This is an amazing place. I'd encourage anybody who's in San Diego to come down and give these guys a look over. They've got a great selection of bikes. You think they got a lot of bikes? Their parts inventory is just, it's just crazy. So stop on by. I'm sure you're really going to love the visit. So thanks very much, bud.
Thanks for coming
I
out.
appreciate it. Don't know when I'll be out here again, but next time I do, I'll come on by. So hey, keep inspiring people. You've inspired me. You've inspired a lot of people on YouTube. You do a great job. I know I've done some work on my own products because of you and Alex and the whole crew here and the people making the videos. So thanks again. And this is Trip on Two Wheels coming to you from Vespa Motorsport. And just two things. I'd like y'all to ride safe and ride often.